Hello and welcome to Beyond the Rift. I am your host, DeamonMachine. This is my co-host, Revel, who always...
Hey, guys.
For 78 episodes, he's always tried to interject language right into that particular segment, even though I've never let him get away with it. And
twice? You let me get away with it twice.
Twice I let you get away with it? Oh, well,
maybe
then.
4 times.
Maybe 4 times.
You should all go watch our old videos.
Yeah, it is a fun time. So thank you for joining us. This is Beyond the Rift, where we discuss things all Smite and the like. Esports of Smite, the regular part of Smite, the
deep underground caverns of Smite.
Yes, the deep underground caverns of Smite. It's where you go when you die as Hades, because if you know, he kind of like disappears from the ground, or even Ares. Even Ares, yeah.
Ares. Mm-hmm.
And so that's that. So we are joined tonight by Cooper from the Smite Network, Lionheart, who is the community caster. Everybody knows.
Yep, everybody knows and loves.
And everybody loves Sturmies because he is always forever in a yellow hoodie.
Yellow hoodie Sturmies.
The day he is not in a yellow hoodie is the day the world will end.
Mm-hmm. And a new one shall begin.
And a new one shall begin. So how are you guys doing tonight? Lionheart, since you were the last one here, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm real good.
Awesome.
It's been good times for Smite since the patch.
Yeah,
I agree. So now I want to start. Well, let's let Cooper and Sturmies get a word in. Cooper, how are you?
No.
No, they're not.
I'm just kidding.
How are you doing tonight,
Don't let them go.
You're muted! You're
Thank
brilliant.
you. I could read lips, and Cooper said he loves everybody out there, but he wants to pass, and it's now your turn, Sturby.
Great. Well, thank you for your input, Cooper. Sturmies, what do you got for us tonight?
I don't really know what to say.
Wait, Cooper, don't go anywhere. We have Boz coming up for you also.
Maybe think of it that.
Hear that last part.
No. Yeah. We were just talking about your favorite caller.
Yes. Baz is going to be joining us on the show the whole time.
Yeah, just for you, Coop. So how you doing tonight, man?
Which one,
Doing
Cooper
good.
or Sturmies?
Cooper.
Okay, Cooper, you can finally say something now that you're unmuted. Go.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. I've been feeding in a lot of games lately, but I'm doing good. So.
Well, great. Now I know
Great.
if I get
Glad
a game versus him, I'm gonna do well.
Yeah, excellent. So if you go against Cooper in Smite, make sure to stay because he will likely lose.
Yes.
Sturmies, however, you will likely lose playing against him. How are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm pretty good. I had a fairly decent day today, and I'm happy.
That's an excellent way to end a day,
Yeah.
especially with this lovely show because we
A
do
good
enjoy
day,
doing
and
it.
he's happy.
And he's happy. He had to make sure to let you know that he was happy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what is the biggest thing that's happened to Smite right now? It is the patch. And what did they do? They removed stats. Oh my god, people's heads can stop exploding.
Yeah.
God.
But they're still in the PTS.
What?
They're still in the PTS.
Wasn't there like a 19-page thread where people were demanding returns and like crying and cursing out hi-rez, being like, stats, why? And then he's like, well, we'll just take them off now. And suddenly it's like dividing by 0, I think.
Yeah.
So what have you guys noticed thus far since the stats have been removed? Have you noticed any QQing about lack of stats? I mean, I know there was a huge QQ when they put them in. What about when they took them out? Anyone?
There's a little, and I mean a very small portion of the forums that aren't complaining, but simply putting the feedback forward that there's not anything to buy at the end of the game now. But I don't really see that being a problem. As far as the game goes, I haven't really noticed any changes either, because they weren't being bought anyway. So
yeah, especially after that last patch where they were all 300 and you only got to buy them one at a time. No one ever bought them until the end anyway.
So what you're saying is there's not this outcry like there was beforehand. Pretty much.
Exactly.
Okay, that's good to know. Well, we'll see if Yuli wants to play again.
Yeah.
Maybe he will.
Yeah, maybe he will. Probably not.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know. Lionheart, what have you noticed with the stats, and has Spectator 2.0 worked for you yet?
Yeah, Spectator 2.0 works for me now.
How is it?
It's it's good.
It's still very early.
Well, you know, if you really want me to dive into that now, I don't want to get us off track. We can come back. Let's come back to it.
We'll come back to that.
as far as stats, I mean, I think Coop hit it on the right on the head. I haven't noticed really a difference. Nobody picked up stats in my games, and if they did, I didn't know about it until much later on. So, I mean, for me, it's the same game. Just some balance changes, item changes. But as far as stats being gone, I mean, again, unless you're having a 60-minute game, I haven't really noticed it. But I will agree with what some of the people on the forum say. I mean, I kind of like the fact that at the end of the game, I wasn't just saving for a 3,000 gold pot; that I was actually able to do something with my money. But is what it is.
Cool. Sounds like a good plan at least. Sturmies, what do you think now that stats are gone? Are you crying endlessly?
No, actually, I'm fairly happy at it because my Hebo, I would build lifesteal or magic lifesteal, and then I run out of money because I'm retarded. And I'm happy now. Don't have to spend my money on that. I haven't noticed anything happening with the community though on it. So, nothing.
Cool.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess the consensus is good riddance, pretty much. Because if there's something that's in the game for about a month and it just goes away and people are like, meh.
Did it actually last a whole month?
Around that.
I thought they kind of put it in mid-December.
Yeah, it's around that. But 3 weeks.
I guess it's not really mid. It's kind of
3.5 weeks.
Anyway. So, Stats, it was lovely talking about you. Sad to see you go. Have a good day. So, now, what do you guys think of Hercules?
It's really fun.
Other than not being able to land my throw like a pro. Because unlike Sobek, you can't just hit it any time in that little line. It has to be at the end.
Yeah.
Sturmies, have you played Hercules yet?
Yes, I've been playing him a lot.
How do you like him compared to your favorite Sobek?
I love him a lot more. So,
my God.
I do think he needs some nerfs, though.
Uh-oh. What is good and what is bad about him? Give us the lowdown.
His 3 healing, it's ridiculous. I'm running into team fights, and I'm purposely tanking all the ults, and then I'm healing 100 a second just because I can tank every ult.
Yeah. Yeah, that healing is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
What about his throwing thing?
His ultimate? I really thought of it that much. I think if you actually do hit it, it does a little bit more damage than it should because it's scaling off 100% of your physical. Other than that, I really don't have any complaints. Maybe put a delay on his knockup or knockback, but other than that, nothing.
What about his 2 with the little launch you in the air and throw you back to me?
That was the knockback, wasn't it?
What?
That was the knockback.
Did you say that?
About,
okay, I must have missed that part. I was reading Chad.
Oh.
And what about his charge? Is it useful?
Yeah, it's definitely useful. If I'm below 50, I'm stunning you for a couple seconds just because I'm going to run right into you.
Cool. Do you use it for escapes or for engaging?
A mix.
Mix.
I mean, you can fling someone back and then knock them even farther back, and it's not like Sobek's, because Sobek depends on how close they are, how far you knock them back. So you can knock them back quite a distance, and there are times where I'm just tanking people and I'll fling them back, knock them right up to my tower, and they're stunned there.
Yeah,
can't complain about that.
Yeah, he's good. Is he as strong as, say, Guan Yu was when he came out? Or is he more balanced than that? He's just a lot of fun to play, but not terribly ridiculous.
I wouldn't say he's not as strong as Sobek, or this Guan, my bad, but he's definitely not as strong. If that makes sense. Like,
he's
strong,
not as strong, but he's definitely not as strong.
We got that.
Yeah, I got it. We're good.
Awesome.
That's Sturmy's logic for you guys.
Hey, it's all right. It's all right.
So you notice the 2 guys that have the throws also have a way to push them even farther. Do you see a trend here? Do you think that maybe they should have given them a different skill besides yet another way to push people even farther back? Lion, you look like you might want to say something.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of found his kit. I don't know. I would have liked to see something different. I'll just agree with that. I don't like his ultimate personally. I think it looks cool, but it's pretty lackluster in terms of his kit. And then I don't know how I feel about the knockback, like not the knockback, the push. The knockback, it's whatever. It's just like a variation of Sobek's, only better.
Sure.
But the push was I don't know. I mean, the push makes sense with the kit. I agree. I mean, it's very much like, you know, I mean, there's so much of his kit that's similar to Sobek, like in regard to those two abilities and Sobek's two abilities. The difference being that I think his is more controlled in the direction that you send them. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know that it needed to be different. I just kind of saw the similarities between the two and wondered about why they were so similar.
Yeah,
that's really what it comes down to me. I just kind of wondered why they were so similar in design. They kind of they nerfed Sobek so that he couldn't pluck you from behind a creep wave, and then they gave somebody an ability so that they could pluck you from behind the creep wave and bring your creep wave with you. And then I didn't really understand kind of the logic behind the design, but people seem to be having fun with him, and really that's what matters, is that you can have fun in the game, and then, you know, balance can come hopefully later.
Yeah.
Not too long later though, but you know.
Well, they did push his release back. He was supposed to be released before Jablanc, but they ended up putting Jablanc in first because of his A, the Mayan thing, and B, they kind of liked his synergy of his kit a little more. I mean, obviously it's a slight step backwards in the development stage because he's technically an older god. God in the loose terms. What do you think about that mess? Like, my wife was like, "So who's the new god in Smite?" And I was like, "Hercules." She goes, "What? It's not a god." I was like, "I guess you're kind of right." And she's like, "He's the son of Zeus." So, okay, so he's a demigod. But I don't know. It makes my brain hurt. Does he come as the first official?
This is a video game, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a video game.
It is a video game, but I mean,
all
you
right,
want to make
as
the battlegrounds
long
gods,
as-
you got to
as-
be technical about that crap.
As long as we're gonna agree on that.
I mean, do we get
All right,
Achilles too?
All right. Yeah, hell yeah, why not?
I mean, something has to happen with his ankle or his Achilles tendon if that's the case.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
aren't
gonna
there a
get
few other
hamstring.
ones that are
Okay,
in the game, though,
Arachne is not technically a god. That's
Arachne, and I didn't think Ymir was
Or
either.
Bakasura.
Yeah, I thought he was the mountain man.
Neither is Kali.
Or Bakasura. He's a demon.
Yeah.
He's a demon. But I mean,
They've been pretty lax about the
Yeah.
term god. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
They've been pretty
Yeah.
pretty generous
God.
about what qualifies as a god.
Yeah.
that's cool. Mostly mythical
You know.
figure that has a lot of
Count Chocula.
little foamy thing.
I'd play him. The version, the Smite version of Vladimir. Only he hits you with milk and chocolate instead.
Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
Followed by lawsuits.
Lots and lots of lawsuits.
So, what other big things from the patch do you think we need to touch on?
Level 30, ranked only.
Awesome.
I love it. It is awesome.
Has it improved the quality of your ranked matches?
Not a damn bit. It's like, I love it because it certainly gets it down more, and the leaderboard's going to be, I mean, unless those people get their level up a lot more, it's going to drop them off the leaderboards. People that actually spend their time, well, I shouldn't say spend their time playing because people still had to play, but I guess more time playing, it's going to give it more strict viewing on who's the top 200 players, but I also think that's kind of a standard. You just have to be level 30 to be in ranked. It hasn't improved the quality at all. It's still not good.
So what you're saying is you're in a terrible ELO.
I'm not in a terrible ELO. I'm just
In a bad
like,
ELO.
It's a completely different subject, but to be honest, the past
Really?
That's very important. Somebody's
Awesome.
asking him something.
I'm glad you cleared that up for us, Cooper.
Was very good.
Alright, sorry. But to be honest, the past week of games, I've been a horrible feeder, so I apologize to the people that I've made lose hundreds of elo because of me. But
So what is your ELO at now?
I'm at right now with last rank loss. It's 2023
Oh.
right now.
Oh.
Enough
You noob.
about me. Enough about me.
So,
We,
Sturmies,
we met in some of your games on my way.
Yeah, you had players. I had images that walked around.
hey man, those images,
They are very overpowered.
so strong,
Okay.
so strong.
You guys agree though? How do you guys like level 30 ranked only?
I'm a fan.
I'm not.
Go play some games.
I know, but still.
Dude, I'm a fan because I guess they've decided they got their player base high enough that they wanted a reward at level 30. You can start doing something once you reach high level that you couldn't do at level 29. It's basically that payoff for getting level 30. You can play ranked. Congratulations. You
can
don't
show
have to
everybody.
be any good, but you can do it.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the same thing in LoL or in every other game that you can play ranked in.
Yeah.
But one thing I think it is trying to do is to squelch out the Smurfs. Like
Yeah.
when somebody gets banned, they go make a Smurf account, get it up to level 15, and then they're playing. And
Yep, that'll do it too.
you know, it makes it that much harder. You have to put in like 3 times the amount of time to get there. So that's just that.
Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that it takes out some of the Smurfs, but I mean, as far as like quality of games, I haven't noticed a difference. I've only played one ranked since they changed it, so maybe I don't have I mean, that's definitely not a large sample size.
No,
but
it's not.
I mean, from the one game I played compared to all the games I played beforehand, honestly I really didn't notice a difference. It was just same stuff, you know. There's certain people who will play a certain way, and you communicate with them and you try to make the best out of it. And that's what ranked is in almost every MOBA game.
Yeah,
So-
you gotta communicate. If you don't communicate, you generally lose, unless the other team is just terrible.
Unless they're communicating even less.
I will say though, it hasn't stopped my Smurf because my Smurf's level 30 also. So
That's all right. How about you, Sturmies? I know you play ranked.
I've actually only played one game of ranks since the update.
Oh.
I've been getting scrims constantly, so.
Well, how have those been going?
We've actually had some really damn close matches against the Juice. It's pretty awesome, not gonna lie.
Sweet.
So you might be able to bring balance to the upper tier of gaming.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. We beat them a couple times. They beat us a couple times. It's pretty balanced right now.
Okay, good.
Nice.
Because, I mean, if you watch the stream over the weekend, Lionheart can tell us all of what happened, but I do believe Juice came in first, and Outlaw
Yep.
came in second?
Yep.
And then SK was third? Don't anybody correct me or make sure I'm
Lionheart's
right.
like, I don't know.
that's right.
I'm trying to
I was-
recall like the brackets in my head, and it's that's accurate though. That's exactly how it went. Don't ask me past third though, because it's gonna start getting hazy.
Apparently, past second was pretty hazy.
It is. So, Lion, what did you...
Yeah.
So now that I want to make your life even more hazy, how was
Do
it
it.
casting all those games? And what was the best game... What was the most standout game you enjoyed?
Casting all those games was a marathon. I mean, that was
Yeah, it
hard.
was.
We started at around 10:30 in the morning, and I don't think we stopped until like 8 or 9 at night. I mean, it was a full day. I started out solo actually, and then Bart joined me. But a couple games in, he actually showed up pretty early. And it was good. I mean, all the games were exciting. There were a lot of different close games. I don't know that I can particularly recall which game was the closest, but I can say that, I mean, we saw games that were going all the way up until the 20-minute mark where the goal difference hadn't changed more than 1,000. We saw games where
Wow.
people had the lead by more than 2,000 or 3,000, lost the lead, got the lead back, lost the lead. So I mean, it wasn't like a tournament. A lot of people will come back and say that Juice took that tournament. It was clearly theirs from the beginning, and I don't know that that's the case. I mean, they didn't lose any matches in the tournament. So there's something to be said there. But some of the games that they played in were pretty close, and I think that there was very good competition. I've seen some of the scrims since then that Sturmies is talking about, and they have been close. There have been close games. So I think that the tournament coverage was great, and hopefully people enjoyed that. I'm hoping that honestly, if they do I'm honestly hoping if they do a best of 3 again for the Invitational, they get rid of the losers bracket, because that was a bit much to have a losers bracket and a best of 3 winners. You don't need that. It can just be, if you do double elimination, it should just be one off, or you have a best of 3, and then when you lose the best of 3, you're done.
Yeah.
I don't think we need 12 hours of Smite. I don't know how
I'm
the teams
not
felt
sure.
about that, but that had to be kind of taxing, I would imagine, to be playing that long without any breaks.
That's why they're pros.
Yeah, but I mean, that's
Gotta work.
League of Legends doesn't even do stuff like that, man, for their big tournament. They spread it out over a number of days. I mean, that was really too much to have in one day, and I'm hoping that it will be managed differently in the future. But, I mean, the action was great, and I'm really looking forward to, this coming up weekend and getting to showcase for you guys Spectator 2.0, because I think there's a lot of great things that have been built into that if they're not if they don't bug out on me, and I have no idea if they will or not. I haven't had enough time to really test them to the fullest, but I think that there's going to be a lot higher quality analysis going on with the games.
Nice.
So, like, for example, there was a point this last weekend where Bart and I were casting, and Gold Fury went down in the middle of a team fight, and we actually didn't know who got it. We just concluded, based on looking at the team gold afterwards, which team got it, which we actually thought was the opposite team from where Bart thought he saw the animation, and neither of us knew for sure. Now we'll be able to actually go back and look at stuff like that, but we'll also be able to take some of these close plays that sometimes we're talking about, and you're like, well, how did they win that fight? The other team was ahead. We can go back, we can pause it, we can draw routes for you guys of where they're going, and then play it in slow motion for you, so you can understand not just what happened, because that's always good to know what happened in a fight, but also the positioning and kind of mechanics that go into it, so that way you can bring that knowledge back to your own games and improve your own playing experience.
I am excited.
That is going to be great.
We get the NFL football,
Yeah.
we get the little pencil.
We're totally going to have to do this at some point.
Yeah, I mean, they won't actually let us pencil yet. I wish they would. Right now, you'll just see my mouse. But I think that's going to be more than enough for me to be able to kind of explain the routes to you. And then eventually, I'm sure the functionality is definitely going to be improved. Because this is a very rough version. I mean, it's, like they said, an alpha. And so there's a lot to be. But, I mean, you can pause the game. You can play it in slow motion. I actually didn't find slow motion to be that useful. Maybe if there was like real quick series of deaths, but for the most part it wasn't that useful. The more useful thing was to be able to rewind, pause, look at the different routes, adjust the camera, and then play it at regular speed again. I thought that was the most useful, and that way you're not, I mean, it's as exciting as it is to see a play. You also don't want to spend 2 minutes of a 20-minute match, let's say, looking at one play. That's it's going to drag things on.
Do you think with the new spectator mode you'll actually have some fun things for post game now? Cut out little snippets and go over really important plays.
It's possible. The thing with it is that the way the system is laid out, it's not going to be comfortable for you to go back a huge amount. So let's say there's a 30-minute game, right? That's a pretty average game length in competitive play, and you're at the end of the game. You finish the full 30 minutes. It's not easy right now, the way the system is implemented, to highlight specific parts so you could quickly go back to them, and to rewind and go back and find specific plays is going to be pretty difficult. So I think what you're going to see more now is probably live action replays, sort of like you would see in sports, where a really good play happens, they go back, they analyze it for you, and then they go back to live. Only because it's a video game, it's pre-recorded, you won't have to miss anything live. We can go over the play as long as we want, and then you won't miss any action, as where you might miss a play or something in sports. But the halftime kind of report that they do, where they go back and or the end game report, where they go back and they find footage of like the best plays, that stuff is going to be not possible at this time. And I'm hoping it will be in the future, but I mean, that kind of functionality, League of Legends, which has been out for a long time, just recently started doing that at the end of Season 2, and I actually don't even think it was the casters who were going back and getting that footage out. I think that they had a full team of, PR covering that, and there was other people grabbing that footage and then playing it over the stream. So that functionality, not so much, but definitely more of the play-by-play will be possible.
Cool.
Very nice. I can't wait for replays, because then it'll be time for top 5 plays of the week, which I've been just ginning to do, and now if we can get some replays to get them from, that'll be great.
Yeah, he's been talking and talking. So, I was just refreshing myself with the patch notes. One of the things that stuck out of all the little changes that they made, different things, they took ground speed from 600 to 1,000.
Max ground speed.
Yeah, max ground speed from 600 to 1,000. It seems a really substantial gain. So I'm wondering if some future god or something like that has an ability that they're working on that gives them some ridiculous amount of speed. Or do you think they just did that just so if someone really, really wanted to stack all the speed items, they could do it?
5
Any-
boots.
I think they just increased it because it was something that the community was looking for. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I haven't tested movement speed a lot in particular. It was a little slow from when I've actually like sat there and been like, oh, I'm moving too slow. But it was really, really requested on the forums and everything like that. So I think removing stats, they just increased every stat a little bit except for the protections.
So did they bump up the move speed again from the last time they bumped up the move speed?
No, they're just bumped up the max.
They bumped up the max speed.
Yeah. Right.
So were people running into a problem of maxing out too often?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cap was too low.
It was.
On the max out, and you still weren't. The complaint was that you weren't moving as fast with that current cap, so they increased it because I think that's really the only reason. Is it was really, really sought after.
Okay. So
Community-wide choice.
Now we can have that Raw who has 1,000 move speed. Nobody can ever even shoot him because he's just running around like a jackrabbit on crack.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, just making sure. I got that down. So, what was any other big patch notes that you guys want to talk about?
The items are fixed that were the 4 items.
Like the Rage Blade?
5 items are now fixed that were broken in some sort of way.
That's good. That's good.
That's
I saw that.
Hydra's, the Executioner, Spear of the Magus, Demonic Grip, and Rage are all back in the game. So
Nice.
Yay. More items. More items to confuse new people. That's what we like.
I'm a fan.
So then I guess we will jump on to the biggest news of the weekend, which was something that hi-rez just decided to spout out on the stream. And everybody's like, holy crap, we can talk about that now? Which is, hi-rez is going to be throwing a $100,000 tournament.
Sometime in the future.
Let that sink in for a minute.
$100,000.
$100,000. If I do remember, it was last June that League of Legends threw a $100,000 tournament, and that got them where they are today. Or it helped get them where they are today. I mean, when it was at DreamHack, I think it was spring, or whatever time of the year it was. But, yeah. So,
Was it really last June? I thought they were.
or was it 2?
2 Junes ago.
2
It was
Junes?
2
Yeah,
Junes
I
ago.
think it was a little
Okay.
while.
Last June was the like $5 million tournament.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Because I remember that happened, and then we started getting into this
yeah.
show. So, yes, it was 2 years. Because we've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, it was 2 Junes ago.
Don't sound
the
so
point
excited.
is that this game, right,
Yes.
has a $100,000 tournament, and it's in beta.
Yes.
And it's already announced. I mean, if you ever before were doubting whether or not hi-rez planned on supporting a competitive scene, I mean, you better not be doubting it anymore. Like
There's your answer.
I think they pretty clearly stated their intentions that they're willing to invest significant resources. I don't even know how much money this game has made them so far in beta, but significant resources to a game that's still being developed just to get the competitive scene rolling.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't given any dates, but presumably as soon as possible.
Pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, we heard about this through the grapevine, like us guys here, and we knew about this a couple weeks beforehand, and we were just like itching to, let it out. And as soon as somebody from hi-rez mentioned it, oh yeah, we were just like trumpeting it to the world. And it's gonna be great. I wonder what they're gonna do. Do you think they're gonna like have? What I'm hoping that they'll do is an online qualifier. Although I've heard the rumor that it's going to be an invite-only tournament.
It is an
That's-
invite.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it
an
is.
invitation.
It's
Did he
an
specify that?
invitational.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
an invitational.
So
Yeah, I think-
basically, oh, go ahead.
My only comment was I think it's going to be capped at 8 teams is the most, if they even do that.
Yeah, my understanding was that they haven't set exactly how many teams they want to let participate yet. But I wouldn't be surprised to see no more than 8. The thing about it is that if you're interested in this $100,000, and why wouldn't you be?
Do you want $100,000?
Time to get involved in MyRevenge tournaments. Time to get
Yeah.
involved in the competitive scene. Because if it's an invite-only tournament, if it's invitational, that means that they're going to choose teams based on whose name's out there. So it doesn't matter if you're building a secret team right now and you're like, we're going to come out at this $100,000 tournament and we're going to snatch this out from everybody else. You won't even get invited. So now's the time, if you're going to put a team together, to get it together, start practicing, start getting your name out there, and get involved, because it's the teams that hi-rez is familiar with, that are known, that are going to get an invite into this tournament. I mean, you're not going to get invited, if you haven't competed in anything. So I mean, now is definitely the time. If you were ever thinking about it, if you were ever considering it, or friends who are, now's the time to spread that word of mouth and get people involved, because once the tournament's been announced, like with details and dates, my guess is it's probably going to be too late. So
yeah, I have a feeling once it's all finalized, they already know who they're going to invite.
Yeah.
So
although I do like Pidge's idea, which was, why don't they hold two $500 or $50,000 tournaments?
Here's the thing to keep in mind, and this is just, I have the same knowledge that you guys have, but I'm also a business person, so I want you to think about this just for a second. If they're willing to throw $100,000 at a tournament, that's going to be, they haven't given a date, but presumably, let's say sometime close after launch, if they're already trying to get the hype out now, then my guess would be that there's more money where that came from. There's going to be more tournaments like that. They're not going to just do, hey, we're launching the game, here's a $100,000 tournament, and that's it. I'm pretty sure that if they're willing to throw $100,000 at their first tournament that they're sponsoring, there's going to be other opportunities for you to make that kind of money, or maybe even more. I mean, nobody knows, but I mean, just think of it that way. From a business standpoint, you don't come out with the most you can do in the very first play that you make. You give people enough, but you always have a bigger play.
Yeah, so. And you always want it to lead to something else. I mean,
right.
Why would they do that and then just be like, "Good, have a good day"? I mean, that's like, even if it does, good day. Even if it does make them their money back, wouldn't they want to make that money back again when they could get all of this, reputation and
Well, and the other thing to consider, right, is that they're fun. I mean, I guess we don't know anything about this, but I'm just going to assume that they're funding this tournament. If this tournament goes well and there's a lot of coverage and a lot of teams want to get involved in this, what's to say that there's not going to be more people migrating to this game, more sponsors migrating to this game, who are also willing to donate money or equipment for prizes, and that can also increase the prize pool. So maybe hi-rez is willing to do, if they're doing 100,000, maybe the next one they only want to do 50 or something like that. Who knows? Maybe they want to do more than that. But then there could be other organizations that are like, well, you know what? We see Smite's going somewhere. We want to put our name on that. Here's another $50,000. Here's some gear from Intel. You have no idea who's going to get involved and who's going to be willing to put resources towards future tournaments. So I wouldn't be concerned about the future. I think that this is I wouldn't overanalyze this and think, oh my God, they're putting $100,000 into this one tournament. There's not gonna be anything left for later. I would look at it as, oh my God, they're putting $100,000 into this first tournament. I can't even imagine what's gonna be next. It's gonna be greater. That's how I would look at it.
Oh, I can imagine what's gonna be next, and it's gonna be awesome. So, all
right, Gaten.
I can already see it coming, and I like it. So,
Gaten has mentioned in the chat. He's like, a dev company shouldn't be sponsoring tournaments, and I say that absolutely they should. I mean, it's their product. Yeah. They should be.
You want to play?
They should be one of the people that are on the forefront of being like, "Come on, let's do this. Come on, we'll get you started. We'll keep these events coming. You guys can by all means do more, and we'll support you. But we want to get the ball rolling, and please do."
Yeah,
it's my answer to that.
The other thing, and I saw Gaten typed in chat, was that they can't, or he says, Riot Games can afford to do it because it's an established competitive game as opposed to hi-rez studios. And I want to tell you that when Riot Games actually started throwing money in, and actually my understanding is that it wasn't actually Riot Games that was throwing money at esports. It was Tencent who was the investor behind Riot Games. Yeah. When they started throwing money at League of Legends was not an established competitive game. Far from it. It was a fun game, but it was still, at the time, in the shadow of Han, and it definitely wasn't what it is today. It got to where it was through a number of things, but one of the main things was people throwing money at the competitive scene and companies realizing that there was an opportunity to get their names out there, to players realizing there was an opportunity to make money, and that's kind of how it exploded. And so the same business model, it would appear from the outside looking in, is being followed here. hi-rez Studios is a privately held company, so we have no information on their finance. We don't know if this is a fair amount of money for them or not, but I think it would be safe to assume that they wouldn't put forth this kind of money towards a tournament if they thought it was going to hurt the development side of their game.
Yeah.
I don't think that they would ever take away from developing features as far as content, as far as polishing UI, polishing spectator, polishing their website, and all the other things that we know still need to be done. I don't think they would take resources away from that for a tournament. So I think that they're probably within their comfort zone sponsoring a $100,000 tournament.
Yeah, and if you look at the cost for advertising that you would normally get at any like big advertising blitz or grand opening or anything like that,
Yeah.
when you're talking about a game that, or any kind of business that can reach this number of people, $100,000 is
Not a whole lot of money.
It's right. Yeah.
I mean, people
It's
spend $1
about
million
right.
to get their, or $1, $2, $3 million to get a 30-second commercial on the Super Bowl.
Speaking of which, a friend of mine is one of the 4 finalists for the Vote for Your Super Bowl ad. You know Pierce?
Yes.
Yeah, went to school with him.
I know Pierce.
Yeah, so he is one of the 4 finalists for creating a Super Bowl ad that he will get $1 million for if it
Vote for Pierce.
if it goes through. So yeah, just we were talking about ads.
Wow, we need to find that and like promote that for him.
That's awesome stuff.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
beyond
Back from making lightsaber videos with him in high school to
Yeah.
making Super Bowl videos when we grow up.
those lightsaber
Interesting
videos
stuff.
were awesome.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So,
Did
we
we out that pretty
we
well.
did some research into Tencent and Riot. and
Yeah,
what
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
You
when
did all that.
Yeah, when that happened, it was like Tencent buys Riot. And I'm like, okay, well, who's Tencent? Freaking gigantic Chinese company with hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank, plus probably billions actually.
Not
Like
in the
one
bank.
of the largest Chinese, I think, telecom.
I don't know anything
Yeah,
about them.
it's a gigantic company, so that's why.
They're huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
And they're even
Huge.
bigger.
What
now.
would be the equivalent
thing-
in the U.S.?
The
Like,
thing people don't realize a lot of the
AT&T.
time, especially being from, if you're a US viewer or you're a EU viewer, which are most of the people on Twitch, that actually the major gaming market right now in the world is China.
Yes.
Well, there's games here that are popular, like COD, for example, Call of Duty, if you're one of those players, which you're probably not, because usually PC gamers don't overlap into console, but you never know. But
Sure,
there's
sure.
like games here that like maybe have like, I don't know, 1 million if you're lucky concurrent players. There's like tons of games in China with like 4 or 5 million concurrent players at any time
yeah.
that
There's
are
a
just
lot
not
of-
even popular here. But they're huge there.
there's a lot of people in
So-
China.
The Dota scene was huge in China before it even became really known here. Like StarCraft is doing well here and in Europe and stuff like that, and in Korea especially. But one of my friends was even telling me, he's like, the Dota scene in China, Dota 1, was just huge. Like, the government was throwing money for Dota tournaments. The Chinese government was. I read an article about that. It was like $300,000. It was, not sure if I want my government spending money on my games, but hey, whatever. So, who
Yeah,
would like?
it's-
I guess we'll get to the
it-
callers here.
So go for it.
Go ahead, Cooper.
I was just saying it's really it's awesome. Like that's the only word I can think to explain it. A couple months ago, or even you can go further back to when I first joined this community and started with the show. We were talking about, we really hope this game can be pushed into an esport one day. We really hope, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen. And now a few months down the road, it's happening. And
Yep.
we're already getting the spectator mode. They're fine tuning the spectator mode. It might not be perfect yet, but it's certainly getting better. It's getting more towards the TV side thing. It's not just something that you can view in-game stuff with. Now it's actually putting in those controls to see replays better. They're giving the viewer more tools to see the game better. They're throwing money at the tournaments. They're talking with the community more. This is it right here. It's going full swing out of that beta stage right into an esport. And now we can actually say that, which again, the only word I can use to explain is awesome.
Yes. I remember back in the day when we first started doing the Smite. It was just like, come on, please help us make it an esport. I mean, it is an esport now. We had a $1,000 tournament last weekend. Come on. If there's any time to get in it now, or if there's any time to get in it, it's now, because you have the opportunity to play the most and be the most experienced by the time it's a year from now, and there's $500,000 tournaments. And,
Yep.
you could be one of the top 14 teams when that's a really important thing. Like, how many people can name the top 10 teams in the league? But, if you'd gone back to when they first started, you'd be like, who's CLG? I mean, I heard they're kind of these guys that do stuff, but or who's TSM? So we're at the burgeoning cusp of it. Jump in and go swim around. So we will get
but don't splash.
Don't splash anyone though, especially not in the eyes.
Yeah, it's salty.
Sorry. I just want to comment on one of the chat. I'm not gonna say the full name, but Pounder. You made a comment. That if that's how it came off, that's not what I meant. I meant it's coming into full circle. It just because 100K is thrown at it, it's not an esport yet. It's getting there. There's still a lot more things that need to be tweaked, a lot more things that need to be worked on. But when you compare it, if you were here in the beginning compared to now, I mean, it's huge difference, and it's definitely a difference for the better. So that was my only point with that. I don't want anyone to think I was saying that this is an esport now. So
well, I mean,
right.
we can all test it. Anyway, let's get to our callers now.
Our first
Cooper,
caller.
go ahead and beat yourself in the face. Baz,
Hello.
what do you have to say?
Hi, Coop. So, I have to say the best part of the stream so far is you clicking on the screamer link and jumping about halfway off your seat. That was awesome.
Ooh.
And he's gone. That's okay. Oh well. Sorry, how you guys doing?
We're doing great.
We're doing fine. So what can we do for you?
How do you do? What is your question, sir?
Oh, brother. Coop, you're a jackass. I'm watching the stream. There's a couple delayed. He's picking up something and beating himself with it. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what he does.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either. But no, the new spec mode is actually really nice. The only thing that I think is an issue is the camera is still a little bit too low. It's like still at that kind of awkward level of when there's a jungle team fight. You're just kind of like, okay, get around the tree or get around the big hand or whatever. So I think that needs to be raised up just a tad. But I mean, all the new features are really awesome. The slowdown, the pause, the go back. That's awesome.
Lion wants to say something about that. Go ahead.
Can I piggyback off of that? I agree with you. I was actually really disappointed when they were like, hey guys, we're bringing camera height back for you. Q&E is coming back so you can adjust the height of your camera. But oh, by the way, we forgot to include in those notes that the maximum height you can go to is the current height in Spectator 1.0. So you're really not getting the functionality back that you wanted. But you can get closer if you want to get closer to the ground, which would be very odd to do. I was a little frustrated by that also, so I just wanted to get in the ring with you on that one and agree.
It doesn't make any sense. It's like, okay, why would I want to go lower? It's hard enough to do that. It's just like, let's watch their feet. I mean, we can analyze their footsteps. Why not?
One concern, and I'm curious what you think about it also, because I know you like to share your opinion. One concern I had about Spectator 2.0. And that wasn't a knock either. That wasn't a knock. I like when you call it.
I know.
Unlike Coop. But one of the things I was concerned about for Spectator, and I haven't tried this yet because there's not a lot of people who have access to 2.0, is when we do the replays for people, how am I supposed to sync back up with my co-caster, right? Like me and Bart now, in previous times when we casted, we would be looking at the exact same feed. But if I pause something on my end and I rewind it, unless I have some kind of a master control for everybody watching it, I'm going to be out of sync the second I rewind from what he's viewing. And then how do we get back in sync? And that's something that I was concerned about.
It's the StarCraft problem. Like back in the day, if you wanted to cast a StarCraft game with a replay, you pretty much had to go with your friend and be like, all right, ready, go. And then
3, 2, 1, pause. Well, I think with that, it's kind of have to focus on, well, are you going to be a casting duo with one person kind of flowing the entire river of which way the cast is going to go, or are you going to be a solo caster where you just control everything yourself? With the whole duo cast side, I mean, you have your main commentator who's going to be kind of devastating.
They need a camera link.
Time into just kind of where the action is going to be, and then you have your analytical caster or just your bounce off caster. And honestly, it's just going to take time for whoever you're duo casting with to kind of get that synergy okay, well, you're going to keep watching stuff and keep watching what's going on now. I'm going to pause it, go back, do some analysis, or maybe he'll do it, and you'll just keep watching. That way you can kind of get 2 views at once so you're not missing anything by accident. I think that would probably be the best way to handle it. But the whole, what you mentioned, they probably could add a master controller or something where maybe 2 people can log into the same spec account or something.
Yeah, well, more like you can, when you join in the game, you can have a little option that's like, master spec control. And
Yeah.
so like Lionheart would take that and Bart wouldn't. And so then when they start a game, Lionheart controls the camera, so all Bart has to do is literally sit back in his chair and enjoy the game. Or he could,
Right.
or it'll strictly control the time aspect of it. You can both move your cameras in different areas, but it'll pause it if you pause it, and it'll back it up, etc. That would be the best solution.
And I think that time aspect is actually really important because I think that, the problem with just letting it, like, let's say that there's a skip to live version, even though you're obviously never watching it live because there's a delay. But let's say there's a skip to, as far as the delay will let you skip forward to, and Bart just keeps watching it while, say, I'm going back and doing the replay. Well, then what happens is because Smite is so action-packed, so nonstop action, that if I'm reviewing something, there's a strong possibility that there's going to be other action going on that I'm going to end up missing. And so the whole advantage, or the whole great part about the system that I was thrilled about was that you'd be able to stop, review what just happened, and then resume without missing anything whatsoever. And I feel like you lose that capability when you co-cast now because of the sync issue. So I think that's kind of the problem that I was going at there. And since you brought up Spectator, I thought it was a good time to bring it up.
Well, I mean, I think that's just going to have to be worked on, honestly. I mean,
yeah. I mean, obviously
it's still
not
in testing,
done.
so there's really nothing that they can do unless they're just going to kind of test it and tweak it.
Right.
Yeah, we love tweaking.
So
we do love tweaking, yes. Level 30 ranked only is awesome. I mean, it's still not what it should be. Honestly, I think the bracket should have just been completely reset when that happened. But, I know they're going to reset it when the game launches, but still, I think that would give them a better idea of how it's working rather than keep the entire bracket the same, because there's still a lot of trolls and stuff in level 30.
it didn't really do anything except kick out the non-30s.
Yeah, it's kicking you out, Bass.
Which honestly does kind of
They didn't say the non-baddies.
even it out a little bit. I mean, I've definitely noticed an improvement in teamwork. Like, people were, like, talking before God picks and stuff, which I was like, holy crap, this is new. But I still think the bracket should be reset. I honestly don't think Freya's new skin fits her very well. It just kind of looks really off. It doesn't look like it fits her. I don't know, maybe it would fit some other god that they might release later, but I don't know. It just looks really weird to me, like the whole Frost Maiden thing. Like, I understand she's a Viking and the whole cold weather, but I don't know. It looks weird to me. You guys think it looks weird, or am I just being weird?
I don't think it looks weird, but you're not the first person to say that to me. So I don't think that you're weird. Somebody else actually commented to me that they didn't think it fit her. What was another player in the community, but I guess I haven't really put thought into it.
I guess a question I had for Sturms, if he's even here.
Yes, Sturms.
What was the whole point of upping the maximum stats in the game when there's no stats to be had at all? I mean, you can't get max with items, can you, anymore? I thought the whole point of increasing the maximum stats were because stats were in the game. Or am I completely stupid?
If they're gonna increase, oh, sorry, Sturms.
Don't let Cooper answer.
Go,
that.
Sturms.
I think the whole purpose was, like, for armor, I was being able to max armor to 250 without any issues, really. And I'm playing a tank, so now I can get higher. The speed, there's people getting 600 speed without having to worry, and now you can get higher than that. So I think it was just because people were maxing out their stats and not knowing what to build next.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. And then my last point or topic here is the change to Alfong Slither. Great direction. I actually want to take credit for this because I've been harping Travis and everyone else about it for probably months. My original idea was to have Slither be immune to all slows for 3 seconds, but they only did it for 1 second, which still completely defeats the purpose of it because most slows are about 3 to 4 seconds, give or take. So you use Slither, you're immune to it for 1 second, but it still stays on you. It doesn't get rid of it, so you're slowed again. So you're only super fast for a second, and that doesn't really do anything because gods that have leaps have about anywhere between a 10 to I think 12-second cooldown, and Slither at max level is 14 seconds. So I don't know if Sturms or Lionheart can comment on that at all.
I mean,
I haven't tested it. I saw your post on it. I haven't tested
I saw the
it.
post.
Does it? So what you're saying is, let's say I'm playing Loki, for example, and I used aim strike, and I proc that slow on you. You're saying that you become slowed again afterwards, or are you talking about
Yes.
a reapplying slow like Ross, Pillar of Light?
No, the slow actually stays on you for the full duration, but you're only immune to it for 1 second.
So it doesn't
So what
clear
you're saying
them.
is, if I hit you with
It doesn't
Loki's
clear
aim
it.
strike and you get
Which I assume
slowed,
it's a bug.
you're gonna move at normal speed for 1 second, then you're gonna be slowed again, even without me hitting
Yeah.
you again.
Correct.
Yeah, that sucks.
It does.
Else to say.
Yeah.
I went into a game and I was like, yes. Oh, well, that doesn't really do anything helpful.
Yeah, it seems like it should clear the slows that are currently on you, give you immunity for 1 second, and then if any apply to you in the next proceeding seconds after that, then you would be subject to them again.
Right.
It is a
Be
little
cleanse. It should be a cleanse. I think that's.
Yeah.
Like it's like a slow cleanse, and then you're immune for 1 second. Kind of like how beads used to be.
Yeah.
Slow. Yeah,
Well, I
think
mean,
that's-
yeah, like I appreciate that they're trying to really kind of beef up like Anubis and Alphalon, some of the gods that aren't really picked in competitive or even the higher tier play, which I think is awesome. But I just think they need to kind of give more of those gods a little bit more of an umph because they don't have escapes, and that's kind of a big deal. I mean, everyone has a dash or a jump these days, so like they're trying to make the gods more viable, but I just think they need to kind of step it up and go 1 step or 2 steps forward farther. So, but that's all I got, guys. You guys have had a great show. Congratulations on 78 episodes, and Hercules is a lot of fun to play, but like Sturmy said, the healing is just stupid.
It's ridiculous. All right, well, thank you, sir. On to our next callers.
All right.
All
Thank you, Baz, for calling. All you guys out there, you can call us up and talk on Skype. You can talk to Lionheart, Sturmies, Cooper if you really want to. Or,
If you really want
I'm
to.
such a horrible person.
nah, you're good. Notice no one ever else talked to us, so, you know, you're better than that. So, yeah, let's call up Skype, perfect.rain. Just send us a message, you know, friend, whatever. We'll put you on the list.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
perfect.rain on Skype.
Pretty much. We're getting our next caller up here as soon as... Because I have to... It's preferable that I call you back because then I can keep a nice ordered list versus having like 50 call windows pop up in my face. So we are joined by Keymaker. How are you doing this evening, sir?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Quite nice. Quite nice.
Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to point out there was this this small little thread that popped up on the the hi-rez forums. This guy Green Eye Zero posted after they put out the stats were going away. He posted saying, "Oh hey, you know, I'm cool with the stats going away, but what I don't want to go away is that little stats page that was there that let you see like what your current stats were versus what the max stats were, and they were really cool with that being there." And actually, hi-rez Erez actually responds to that saying, "Yeah, that will be in there the next patch. That's something we'll have very, very soon."
That's neat.
Just something cool I wanted to throw out there.
Yeah, that's actually not
that
bad
is
at all.
nice.
It's you can't modify them, but you can see what they are versus the
Yeah,
max.
exactly.
I mean, you can see all the stats as they are currently at the top of the screen, but you don't know what the max is unless you are a nerd like everybody else here and you just know what the max stats are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So-
and also something else I wanted to throw out there. I think someone was begging you guys to talk about it in the chat, but I don't really know too much about it. I don't know if any of you guys do. But the data mining that was going into the potential new god of Vulcan.
Yep,
Yeah.
we
Not
already
sure if
data
you guys
mined
know anything
Vulcan.
about it.
You can live long and prosper now. I already put a go on all the comments that wanted to go to Spock on our forums. You can go ahead and get your Trekkie out there on the BLG forums. We have basically I have a group chat of at least 3 data miners that the first thing they do when patches come out is they start pouring through the files. I mean, they have this system set up that they have a what is it? I forgot what actually the system is, but basically it will tell them what files update and what are new files, so they know where to go, and they don't have to pour through other files that could be useless or there's nothing new in here. But it's like this is new, and yeah, they do that all day. So
And they've gotten really good at it.
they've gotten very good at it.
And,
Tibby,
but-
Adib, and Red Aramer.
And they're making custom skins, too.
Yeah, they've started making little custom skins that they make little pictures of and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that look really good.
I vote that hi-rez should let them.
Yeah, some
They
of those
should just hire
custom
them.
skins are really good. I'm sure they send them to hi-rez, though, so.
Yes, I'm sure it's all
Oh, yeah.
totally legit.
Mhm.
So yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Vulcan looks like he's going to be next. They did a video about his spells, didn't they? Or what?
There's a video of his, I think, a couple particle effects.
A couple particle effects? Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
But yeah, cool stuff. Also, Sturmy's nice glasses. That is all.
Don't judge my glasses.
Yeah, nice
But
glasses.
you judge my hoodie, not my glasses?
Yeah, I always judge you.
I'm okay with this.
Don't worry, you judge my gameplay, I'll judge your appearance. It's alright.
Alrighty. So we're going to be taking one quick pause for a minute. Was that all your questions, Keymaker?
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Thanks a lot for letting me call in.
Cool,
Yeah,
no problem.
thanks.
We are going to be joined by Lassie again. He is done on the hi-rez stream, so he'll be joining us. Hooray! Hooray! Thank you, sir.
The reason why he is running towards the monitors like that is he recently has eye surgery. He can't see shit. So whenever you see him like duck down, he's about this far away from the monitor to try and figure out what it says. Tool. Tool. That's all I have to say. What?
Cool. All right, Lasses will be joining us shortly. As you can see there, Lasses. This does not reveal your name in any way. It just says Lasses. Because, like I've told everybody on the stream more than once, I rename everyone on my Skype list to their in-game name so I can keep people straight. Because knowing that his name is
Whatever.
something is... I don't care. Because it's really confusing when I have a 50-person chat. Like the team captain's chat. Actually, Lionheart, you need to get in there at some point. Just so you can keep up with what goes on.
Yeah, Bart and I have talked about it. I don't know why I'm not there.
Lassie
Bart and I have
apparently-
had that conversation, and it's just been like, I've like casually mentioned a few times, like, yeah, you know, I'm not in that channel. I'm not in the channel. And it'll just be like, yeah, man. And then it's just conversation will just end, and I'll just...
Lionheart,
I mean-
you want to be in that channel because I'm the one that controls it.
Oh, are you?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm the one that started it.
Oh, I thought it was Bart's channel.
No, Bart.
Well, that
I didn't.
explains why he was so like looking at me like, why do you keep bringing this up, dude? Like, I have nothing to do with this. I'm just in there. Probably thinks I'm the biggest retard in the world now.
Yes,
I just thought it was just like you know, like private area. So I was like, all right, well, you know, you
No.
can't get into Big Boys Club if the big boys don't let you in.
All right, well, I will add you in there. Lassie needs to answer the call though if he wants to join
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, did you read the chat? What I wrote? I wrote stuff in the chat.
What? I'm confused.
Yeah, just go back to the screen where they can't see any of this, and then I'll do it.
Yeah.
Tell me when we're on that screen. I won't...
Yeah, we're
Go
there.
ahead.
We're good.
Okay. There.
You don't worry, just
I have to rename.
Yeah.
He has to add me so I can rename him.
mm-hmm.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hey, Lassie.
lassies.
Hey,
Thank you for joining us on
add me
your
on
channel.
your Skype list here so I can or send me a contact request so I can actually rename you.
Sure, man. So I just had to roll with a new thingamajigger.
I love
Not
those
a problem.
thingamajiggers.
Thingy majigger.
So Lionheart, keep the audience entertained while we get this square.
So
Yeah.
I was doing the math the other day because I'm on a quest for rank, dude, to try and get to a little bit higher of a rating before it gets reset.
Uh-huh.
And I did the math, and I get free 19 ranks up in like 6 days when all the non-level 30 accounts get booted off the leaderboard for not having played ranked in 7 days.
That is awesome.
That is.
I did the math. Now this is of course assuming I don't play a single ranked game. I'm hoping to pass some of those accounts. Just
There we go.
win some ranked games, anyways. But like, hey man, free rating, dude. Free moving up.
Heck yeah.
Gotta take
Successfulness.
me again. I saw ranked was bugging out today. Actually, I was so I don't know if you guys know this. I'm sometimes a terrible employee and will take a 5-minute break to peek at the streams and see what's going on at work. And I noticed a lot of people today weren't able to get ranked matchmaking, and I wondered if that was because only level 30 accounts could queue, and that some of the times that people were queuing before, there weren't enough level 30s playing, and now that's become an issue, or if anybody knew what was going on with that.
I mean, you'd only need 10, right? I mean, I've seen the, unless they change the matchmaking too. I've seen the matchmaking just throw whoever in there.
They just said it was a bug. That's all it
Oh,
was.
it's just a bug. That's all it was.
Yeah, Duke said it was a bug, but it actually should be fixed now.
Yeah. People were playing ranked later on in the evening. It was just like the morning and early afternoon. People weren't able to get into ranked games.
Right.
Okay, so it was just a bug. Good to know.
Yeah.
Hey, Lassie, we got you on camera.
Hey,
finally.
Lassie. Welcome.
Hey guys,
So, how was your time at hi-rez? Do you enjoy it?
it was good, man. I got to practice with my lane partner. We got to take people to Pound Town.
Yeah, I hear you guys are a force.
Yeah, we get lucky once in a while.
Good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Good way of putting
Can you
it.
tell us about the new GIF that I've seen on your stream?
Well, it was on purpose. First off, okay, no, it wasn't. My knees must have been a little moist or something, and I just slipped right from under my desk and I fell down. I didn't want to get back up because I was too embarrassed right away. But,
Listen, so I just want to point out, I was at school when I got that GIF, and I started laughing in the middle of class. And the teacher got mad at me.
Oh,
yeah,
brilliant.
that was embarrassing.
So,
How's everybody tonight?
oh, we're doing great. I
Yeah.
hope we have been proving your stream justice with our lovely little show here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're having fun. Your viewers are great.
Yeah, they're very active and call-y and talkative.
Yeah.
It's very nice. We like it.
Oh, they're good people, man, and this is a great way for you, two big names like you guys who do so much for the community that people probably don't even realize. And I figured this is a good way to get out there too. Let people know more.
Well, thank you. I
thanks.
don't see myself as that awesome, but hey,
I find you very awesome, sir.
don't even ever call me sir. I'm already old enough. I don't need to be older.
You're quite old.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I am quite old. Oh, God.
So, what do you guys talk about tonight?
Well, we talked about the patch. We talked about the $100,000 tournament. What do you think about that? I mean, you're going to be... Everybody's kind of expecting you to win that, so what do you think?
Oh, God, I hope not.
But I get no credit.
You don't want to
Yeah,
win $100
I don't know.
$50,000 or 60 or whatever it could be?
I'm gonna guess it's gonna be like Lassie's and Sturmey's.
Yeah, it's going to be...
It's gonna be joust.
Yeah, it's Lasses versus Starmy's joust for $100,000.
That's not fair. He's a mid player.
No pressure. No pressure. Only 100K, guys.
As far as that goes, though, I mean, that's freaking awesome, first off, for the game. But, I don't know, man. Like, I hate... Me, personally, I just don't want to be put up on a pedestal, because then you're just... The only thing you can do from there is fail, Either that or prove people right. And you never know, because there's just too many good damn teams right now. So, it's just
But
so
the question is, would you like to be put up on a $50,000 pedestal? Or, I mean, if you would just assume your cut is 10 grand. I mean, would it be okay to put you on a pedestal for 10 grand?
you could put me on a pedestal made of beer cans or something. That would be awesome.
And, here's the other big question. Are you going to PAX?
See, I just don't know. There's just a few things I'm minorly worried about, but I mean, I kind of plan to. Like Haley and I want to go, but we're just seeing it. There might be some complication getting tickets, or just we'll see. We'll see.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be there, so we hope you are going to be there because I want to see how tall you really are.
Oh, 6'3", man.
Oh, well, then you're taller than me.
Of course he's taller than you.
I'm just making sure. I mean, look at Cooper. He looks tall sitting in that chair, but he's like 5'1".
He's a whole foot taller than me. That's not fair.
That is unfortunate.
You gotta
All you
be
short
there,
people
man,
out
so
there,
we
it's
can,
unfortunate.
Drink some brews and stuff.
I'd love to drink some brews
Yes.
and streak down Paxi on man mode. That'd be
my
great.
God.
All right, so
That'd be good for me.
we're going to have. Let's see. What should we make it? Friday night, or I think we should do Friday night. Smite, like attack a bar somewhere, and so like everybody who's there for Smite, especially all of us guys who are there, we need to all get together and go out for beer or Cokes if you're not old enough,
Sturmey's.
or some sort of Pepsi or.
It's okay. Me and
soda.
Coop are gonna go to a bulk food store and just get candy.
Okay.
Get them the little bottles.
Bring
dude.
your
It's
bacon.
like, oh,
We're gonna get jubes all night.
Yo, don't talk shit about my jujubes. I think.
That's not cool. So, what do you like about this particular patch, Les? What is your favorite change?
Probably the biggest thing, which I mean, it was kind of tough to adapt to too, but I was very happy, was the removing of stats.
Yes. A lot of people were pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I just thought it was so unnecessary in the game. I mean, I'm not playing an MMOBA. I'm playing a damn MOBA. all this stat stuff just makes things complicated. It makes me suck that much more.
Yeah.
See, I keep telling him that he's leading all of you onto some kind of path that you think that he's not as smart as he actually is, and then one day he's going to be like, ha 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 ha! I have you all in the palm of my hand, and he'll have you all right where he wants you.
Hell no, I'll be in the palm of your hands if you freaking buy me a beer.
So you're a cheap date, is what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm right there.
So
with you,
does it
man.
have to be one beer, or can it be? Does it have to be like a couple?
High gravity
or
beer.
does it just have to keep
Big
you?
ass beer.
Does it have to keep coming? Is the big key?
Big beer.
prefers grass.
Yeah, just keep them coming. You know, I just
Okay, because like where it comes to beer and stuff with me, I'm a cheap date. Like
Oh, yes,
3
you
beers
are.
and I'm done. Like I'll walk
It's
home
hilarious.
or crawl home.
Hilarious.
Although that's with the beer. With the like heavy alcohol, I have a 100 proof firewater. I can go through like half a bottle and still be all right.
holy crap.
I don't understand.
Yeah, he'll just walk around. And
I totally just drink out of the bottle for that. But the beers, they don't like me for some reason. Don't know.
What's the beer of you guys' choice?
I don't even have a choice. It's like whatever you hand me, I'll drink.
All right, that's not
I don't
bad.
know enough about alcohol to have an opinion.
I love some Old Chub and Toleration. If you ever.
Delirium tremens, baby. Delirium tremens all the way.
Yeah, Old Chub's really good if you pour it out of the can and into anything else.
Into anything else.
Yeah.
What if
it
it's
just
a
gets so much more
toilet?
out of the can? I don't know if you have a really clean toilet. That's fine.
You said anything
a
else.
really clean, really light toilet.
You have to have a straw for that one. I mean, you could probably go to any
No,
public
no,
bath-
no, no,
okay.
no. No straws in toilets. That's just a thing. You just don't do that.
Alrighty then. Well, Lassie, would you like to take some calls from some of your viewers since we have this option now?
Absolutely.
Let some of your
People would like
viewers
to
call in and
but
ask you some
I don't
random
know.
questions. What questions do you not want them to ask? Like anything personal, like just keep it Smitey related, or
No, I think
Pretty much-
he's good with whatever he'd normally get asked.
whatever
on
he'd
stream.
normally get asked in stream. If you feel comfortable asking in stream and mods won't ban you, then ask on the thing. I will
Yeah.
cut you off too, so don't
Yeah,
feel
there we
yep.
go. I'll just say I'm uncomfortable answering that if that's the case.
Yep. So you can call us up or message us on Skype. Perfect.rain. REIG.
There's some interesting pictures in your chat.
Yes, there
Let's
are.
not look at those.
There are
Hey
some
guys,
quite
what's going on?
not too much.
Hey,
How are you doing
I've
today,
Never
sir?
seen
Luck.
this, I'm sorry.
Pretty good, pretty
Just
good.
look Q.
Yeah, we
Hey,
have our
what's up,
first caller.
Coop?
Get him off.
Sturmy's in that yellow hoodie. Okay, so my question for Lasses is, Drew, my friend.
What's up? What's up?
Okay, first of all, this is a two-part question, okay?
Okay.
All right.
When are we going for a drink?
Is this Lucky You? Alex?
Yes.
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 Oh, wow, I'm good. I don't know, when you drive your ass down here, first off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. And secondly, how do you feel about Ymir's?
Every time I see someone play a mirror, I just want to take one of my empty beer bottles and chuck it at them. I hate
Why?
Is that how you feel about me,
dumb
Leslie?
wall, man. Yes. You guys know that stupid wall crap? How you can just walk forward now? There's no skill in placing. It's just, see you later. Oh, I hate it. But
That was my
next
two-part
caller,
question.
get out of here.
Well, thank you, sir, Lucky.
Alright,
Or
thanks
Lucky.
guys.
Love you,
Yeah,
love
No
you.
problem.
Have a good one. Call us up. Skype. Perfect.rain.
Or just add us in messages, one of the two.
Yeah. Whatever. We are good for whatever. So, how was the tournament last weekend, last?
Yeah, did you like playing Marathon Smite?
Oh my god, like, it was fun, but at the same time, I'm just like, I just wasted 12 hours sitting on my ass. Well, I guess it's no different from any other day, but it wasn't constant. I just sat here like a jackass. I'm just like, waiting for a game. We
And
can chat
then
later.
you were like more rich. You got money out of that yet?
No, I haven't received it yet, but as soon as I do, man, I'm going to take half for my G potatoes because I love online gaming, and I might spend half on Haley. I don't know yet.
Might. I mean, now this is just an opinion of a guy who's been married for 10 years. I would say you should probably take that $50 and just hand it to her, or whatever you have left, and just hand it to her, and like, here you go, honey. This is for me playing the game all day. Because like, what I do for my wife, when I have to do extra stuff like outside of my normal regime,
Yeah.
I just buy her books, and it's like, hi, hon, here's a book, and she's like, yay, I'm happy again. You're no longer in the doghouse. And yes.
Oh, thank you for the tip.
Yes.
Because, which is big news, by the way. I might be moving in with Haley here shortly.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Moving on up.
Moving on
To
up.
the top.
George. Wait, what's it?
George
George
Jefferson? No.
George Jefferson.
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't know if that was
saw
where
that
we were
show.
going. Pulling
I
it
found
out
out
of
he
the
was
80s.
racist
All right.
against honkies.
So, guys, if you're in chat, you want to call up on Talk to Lassies, it's perfect.rain on Skype. Or if you want to talk to anyone else, Sturmies, Lionheart, Cooper, DeamonMachine, RevilZero, whatever, we're good. We'll put you in
Getting
queue.
our next caller on the line here.
Mm-hmm.
Although, with you guys, unless you tell me something else to call you, I'm just going to call you by your Skype name, so...
I hope
be
you don't
careful.
mind.
Although, nobody will ever be able to spell it because I'll never be able to say it right.
Oh, denied.
Oh, I got denied. I got hung up on. Holy crap.
That happens.
He adds
They heard you were going to call them by their name, and they panicked.
All right, well, we'll just answer this
Well,
one.
just, I'm concerned.
right.
Johnny East.
John East.
Oh,
It's
what
Johnny.
up, Les? Hey, it's Devil Mascot.
Hey, how's it
There we
going?
go.
Devil Mascot, what's up?
What is up?
Not much. One question. When are we gonna have another Whiskey Wednesday? Just wondering.
Probably when Haley's attending it and being my bodyguard or some sort, or she babysits me, because the last time I was, speaking of that doghouse, woo! I was certainly in it. But,
all right.
and next
Big
time
fan.
she's babysitting me during it, you will get it. I promise.
Yes.
Alrighty. Damn, I had another question I can't think of.
It's all right.
Oh, if I remember it, I'll give you guys another call.
Yeah,
All right.
just send
Do
us a
that.
message.
Oh, yeah, you can do that, too.
We'll call you.
Yeah, we'll call you.
Don't
All right,
call
thanks.
us, we'll call
We'll
you.
get on to our next one.
Thanks, sir. All right, let's see if we can get this guy on the line. Get him on the line.
What the hell?
What?
When did you turn Australian?
I didn't.
Is that a knife?
It's a knife. It's a knife.
Hello, Imito Frosty. Imito?
I'm too frosty.
It's
good. I forgot.
Why are you
Good job. Good job.
I don't know.
Oh, remember, Lassie, you're not always the lowest on the knowledge barrel. Just keep that in mind. I'm too frosty. Go ahead.
I wanted to know your honest opinion on Hebo. Like, do you think he's good enough for competitive play?
Who's this referred to?
Hebo?
Anybody?
Okay. Well, I personally think he is. I think he's probably one of the most strong AP guys in the game, especially due to his extremely short cooldowns and amazing ratios. I'm pretty sure his one, if it goes in enough, or in enough the game, on normal characters or carries of some sort, you're hitting them for roughly 900 plus per skill,
Yeah.
nearly two-shotting any carry. It gets a little ridiculous. However, reaching that point, it might be difficult sometimes, but, assuming the game goes over, 25 to 30 minutes, I think you're golden. Yeah, he's definitely quality. I mean, like I said, he can just blow people up, harass people with his water spout around walls when it comes to end game, and you're trying to, zone people. It's absolutely, he's amazing. How do I think he's a good middle? Probably not, though. I know you didn't ask that question, but I gave you my answer.
Take that.
What do you think, Sturmies?
Well, he's definitely viable, but there's the three main AP gods, or magic power gods in this game, that I'd say probably are better picks than him. But he's still on a spot where he is a good pick.
What are the better picks?
There's the Raw, Agni, and Hell. Like, you always see those picked or banned.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Lionheart, do you have an opinion?
I mean, just echoing what they said, I like Hebo. I mean, I've seen him run in different lanes. Like, as far as, like, I mean, there's like a different thing between, like, playing Hebo. Like, if you're asking, can you play Hebo in ranked? Yeah. Can you play Hebo in ranked in the top queue of ranked? Absolutely. Can you play Hebo in a competitive 5-on-5 environment in a tournament in middle lane? Probably not. So it just depends on where you're trying to play him. I mean, I see plenty of people take Hebo in ranked games at all ratings, high ratings, low ratings, medium ratings, and do fine. I see them take him in side lane and do fine. Like he's definitely viable in terms of your everyday play. But for some of the more competitive players who are on teams, I mean, they have to think about what certain gods are going to bring to the table, and obviously whoever you send middle lane is going to traditionally be your highest level from the game. And I think that it's dead on when you say that right now Agni, Ron, Hell are just dominant. There's just no reason to pick anybody over those three particular gods. As far as middle, side lane, maybe, but there's just so many other really good comps on the side lane right now that he doesn't really fit into, that I don't know that you'd pick him in competitive play in the side lane either. But as far as ranked queue and solo queue and your everyday play, I think he's great, and I don't see any reason to not pick him.
Awesome. Do you have any other questions, sir?
Not that I...
Not that you can think of? Cool. Well, thank you very much for your call.
You're welcome.
That's the first person I think that said you're welcome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Maybe not.
Frosty's a gentleman and a scholar.
He's a gentleman and a scholar.
All right, we have another one.
Wait. I will read it properly. It is, as soon as he answers the phone.
You can click that button.
What's that button? No, I'm
no,
cool.
not that button.
It's Dr. Maxis.
Ah, congratulations.
Dr. Maxis, how are you doing tonight, and what is your question, sir?
I'm doing good, and thanks for calling me, man.
No problem. What is your question?
Yeah, what do you got for us, sir?
All right, first question is directed toward Lastus.
Waiting for it.
What's your question?
All right, Lastus, when is Haley sending me that picture?
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what, man? You got to ask her about that one.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to break your camera phone.
All right. And this one's toward everybody. I was thinking of making a team. I already have a lane partner, which is my friend in real life, and I was wondering how maybe I can find some other players and how to practice effectively for tournaments and stuff.
If you want to find more players, I mean, a great place to look is start on the forums. You can go to the hi-rez forums. There's people looking for players there. The BO Gaming forums.
Yeah, I mean, we have looking for team threads.
Yeah, we have
like
looking
that.
for team threads.
You can even hop on the BO Gaming Mumble, because there are always guys there looking to play, and they're happy to jump in and play with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just basically, you find a lot of people looking for teams on the BO Gaming forums. Same with the hi-rez forums.
Even Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit. I mean, go out there, play with people who have those strange names, and see how it goes.
My suggestion for looking for teammates, if you're looking for teammates, obviously you're going to be your own best judge if you're realistic with yourself about what skill level you're at and where you think you fit compared to other competitive players. But there's a lot of talented players who play ranked right now. Despite how much people badmouth ranked, there's actually some people out there who are not on teams who I've recognized as being pretty knowledgeable, pretty good game sense, and I would reach out to those players. And I don't know what your rating is or anything like that, but just climb however high you have to get, and reach out to those players. There's a few people I've seen who I definitely, from my coverage on esports with Smite, know that they're not on teams, and I've kind of wondered why. So there's people out there. I don't know if they're looking, but you never know unless you ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just want to give a shout out to my big beanie bean. Big beaner.
Big beanie bean. Sounds like a beanie baby.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, he likes beanie babies?
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
Well, I hope your stuffed animals enjoy
I hope your stuffed animals are all well. Thank you, sir, for your call. Have a good day.
Thank you for having me.
See you, brother.
All right, we got a bunch of them now. Let's see if you can guess who this is.
Quick, guess. Cooper, guess.
Baz.
How's it going, buddy?
Baz, what is your question for Lass?
Lass, my question for you is I'm trying to get into streaming myself. Is there any advice you can give me on how to do it properly?
Such as specs, or just becoming, I guess, I don't want to use the word popular, but I guess popular.
Well, not necessarily popular, but kind of more of a what's the correct way to go about it to get viewers and get consistent viewers?
I would say one of the things would be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
of course.
You say yourself, consistent.
Yeah, you have to be consistent. If you want viewers, stream a lot. You'll get them. And you have yes, and
you
do
have
the
to do
crab walk. Yes.
Just like Zoidberg. Exactly.
Anyway, also, treat your viewers with respect, man. Talk to them. Treat them as your pals, because technically that's what they are. They're spending their time and their day. Granted, they might live in Japan, wherever the hell they may live, but they're still there. They're hanging out with you. Just chat with them, man. Interact.
Yep. Yeah, man.
That's all.
Cool. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Thank
I
you.
have a tip for you, Bass.
No, Coop. No.
What's your question, Coop?
No, I had a tip for him, which was just don't even bother. But
Oh, that's not a tip.
Thanks, Coop. You're still short.
Thanks, Baz. Later.
All right. And for all of you guys just joining us, a little bit in the show, we will be doing some gem giveaways. So stay tuned for that and the special hashtag.
I think I'll take like 2 or 3 more callers and then
two
call
more
it done
callers
so we can let Lass have a stream back.
Yeah, 2 more callers. We'll do our giveaway, and then Lass will have his stream back again.
This is fun, man. This is relaxing.
He's like, yeah, I'm just trying to
He's
chill.
like, no, keep going. I don't want to have to do stuff.
Cheers.
All right, Cryptical, go ahead,
Mini
sir.
bottles. Where did you
Hello?
get those?
Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello, hi. Yeah, I can barely hear you. Anyway, yeah, greetings from the UK at 3:30 in the morning. This is actually a
sir.
question for Sturmies.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Well, Sturmies, I just want to know, why do Procore not stream their games? What's up with that? Wait, just give me 1 second to turn on the stream again.
Well, you can hear him through this. You don't
Yeah,
have to
you
turn
can
the
hear him
stream on.
through
Okay, yeah, it's perfect. Go on.
I'm not sure why Zap and actually only Zap streams on the team, so I'm not sure why he stopped streaming. But I think it might have had something to do with him being DDoS. I have no idea, to be honest.
So, no good answer.
Okay, that's-
I might be able to jump in on that.
Okay.
Go ahead, Les.
I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to tell or not, but I mean, it's pretty common knowledge. I know we stopped streaming our scrims and for quote-unquote practices because, I mean, the good players, and I'm calling Zapman a good player, people like him might go over a VOD and be like, all right, this is what they do, you know, be on the lookout, and they prepare for it.
Sure. I mean, if you show them.
Sorry, I'm just going to jump in that. But, like, you become... What they give away is like not many people know about Procore, unless people watch. They give away. What I'm trying to say is, Smite's trying to become, a league killer. Maybe not a killer, but at least a replacement.
A league competitor.
Yeah, at least a replacement, right? And teams want to make money out of this game. They want to be well known. They want to be recognized.
Yeah.
A team like Procore, which is, am I allowed to say that they're top 3? Okay, we can say they're top 3.
Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah, I'd say so.
yeah,
Maybe top
like that.
20.
They should have like a higher profile. I mean, in my opinion.
Here's what I think you're getting at in a roundabout way, is that basically we are trying to push Smite as more of a pro team game. We want people to play it for the competitiveness, so there's not doing us any good by nobody streaming their practices because they're worried about losing to the other team that nobody knows about. We got to know all the teams that are playing so we can root for one, and if you don't give us a personality to root for, then we're just going to watch the stream when hi-rez does it. We're going to be like, who's Procore? I have no idea who these guys are. They're just people who play in games, and they happen to win. If you don't always come in first, it's okay. You're getting your name out there, and you're getting recognized, and people love a Juice now, especially now that Lassus and Maddie are on there with all of their followers, and so, like, that was one thing that made my head want to explode was when Lass and Maddie joined Juice. I was like, holy crap, what are all these Reason Gaming fans that hate Juice like so bad? They like want to just take Juice, dunk it in the toilet until the bubbles stop, and now they have to be fans of them too. It's like, whose head exploded?
Look at what you're doing to the poor
I know. I mean, I introduced Lass to DM Brandon like, what was it, 4 weeks ago? We like got them together for the first time, and they're like, holy crap, this is cool. And so, I mean, it's not as important to win as it is to be recognized. So stream your practices. It might end you up in second, but if everybody's watching everybody else's practices, then nobody's practicing. So
here's
Sorry,
Here's
yeah,
my
you know
two
what?
cents
I've
on
got
it,
a ranked
just
game going
from-
right now, so I'll just bow out now. I'll still be listening, but you know, I've got to close the.
All right.
Okay.
Great.
Go
Thank
for
you,
it.
sir.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
All right, go for it, guys.
Let
See you
me
later.
give my 2 cents on that real quick. I know he's off the call, but just for everybody else watching, I spent a lot of time following and playing League of Legends before I came over to Smite. And a lot of the popular teams and streamers on League of Legends, and it's not just after the game exploded, but even before the game exploded,
Yeah.
those teams didn't stream their scrims either. They actually all have Smurfs, multiple Smurfs, that they play scrims on so people won't even know who they are. That's how serious it is about your strategies and about preparing. So much of a tournament game can be surprising your opponents with their strategy. Is there a lot at stake right now? No, but at the same time, if a team's trying to get coverage, there's a tournament every single week that's played, that's casted. The games are casted. So if you're trying to get coverage as a team, all you have to do is sign up in this open tournament, and it's the only tournament. So if anybody's following competitive Smite and is interested, those are the people who you're trying to get your name out to, you can do it without a problem. And then if you're trying to get more branding for your team, there's nothing wrong with streaming individually and playing ranked as Zapman and Lazis and so many other players do out there right now. So I don't think that teams should feel pressured to stream their scrims at all. I think that there's something very secretive about your strategies, and that should be maintained to improve the quality of the competitive scene and the games that we see. I mean, surprise strategies, that's a huge thing, and we had a few of those this last weekend, including an Arachne jungle.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for blowing holes all in my argument there.
I like it. I'm going to blow some more holes in your argument because when we were covering LoL, I remember specifically a team that came out with a crazy strategy and won a really major tournament because no one was expecting it. And the only way they could have pulled that off was by not.
Right, but that was after the game was already getting very large.
Well, not really. That was right around that time.
It's still, we're in its infancy. I don't think it's something that should be overly concerned about, especially with how much they're changing the game. I mean, the strat that worked
New game
last
every
week
week
is definitely not going to work this week.
New game every
Yeah,
week.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with streaming your scrims. I just don't think that teams should feel pressured to do it either for the health of the competitive community. I think the competitive community will do just fine without you streaming your scrims if that's something that's private to your team.
Right. I mean, you don't have to stream the scrim specifically. You could say, we're going to do a serious scrim, and then we just want to do a for fun scrim to kind of get publicity. Take it in that kind of note, too. It's like Juice and Procore. Woo, the 2 big dogs are going to go and play. So it's you guys basically agree beforehand, let's just screw around and have fun,
So they're going to get an all-Ymir match.
Right, an all-Ymir match.
5v5 all-Ymir.
It's also not abnormal for teams to set up public scrims and use strategies that they have absolutely no intention of using that look like they're unique.
Right.
I mean, it's your basic Art of War, Sun Tzu, like this isn't something new, right? This has been done before, and so maybe teams will do that also, but yeah.
And a point he mentioned was developing that personality. You don't really get to see the personality of the players on the team, but I mean, for Lazis, for example, he streams. I mean, I don't know the exact hourage, but I mean, let's just say 24 hours. Like, he streams a good portion of the day. You develop a sense of his personality by him streaming alone, and then when he goes and plays with his team in these tournaments that get coverage, you can see, okay, I already know he's a really cool guy, but now he's also dominating in the competitive scene. So you already have that developed personality of him, and that's where you get it from. So.
People love to interrupt Cooper when he's on the show.
Whenever he starts talking, they're like, all right, now's our chance.
It's like he said like maybe 10, 15 minutes worth of something, and every time he's been saying something, somebody's come in there and been like, I need this answer now.
It cannot wait.
Yes, it can't wait till you're done. All right, we'll get our last, I guess...
Caller.
Last caller.
They're callers.
What?
Yep.
Yes, they are callers.
Mm-hmm. And then we're going to do the giveaway. Are you ready, Coop?
Wait for it.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Coop? We'll give away one, too.
Yeah.
We'll give away one for less. Oh, but... Wait, who gets to do the proper hashtag?
We already set what the hashtag is going to be.
Oh, I know we decided the hashtag is going to be. I'm just saying who gets to do it, us or Cooper?
We'll
do
it.
I think that's...
we'll do it. We'll do it.
We'll do it. That's kind of a...
Cooper can give away his own key.
That's my, slip up.
You can give one away, too.
I don't even know what you guys are saying right now. Like,
I don't know either. We're trying to get in touch with our caller, and he's like, nah.
No,
not gonna
it seems
answer.
like the caller's not going to answer.
All right, we're gonna go on to someone else.
Yeah, we'll get
Next.
this last caller out here real quick.
Ooh, I
I'm
like
sorry
that
he had
picture.
to set up his mic, but I can only do so much.
Yep, that happens.
Good evening.
All right, Wilkinson, how are you, sir?
I'm very, very well.
Your
not
question
too bad.
would
It's
be?
Drew Tax.
Do what? Say that again.
You're good?
Yeah, very good.
Great. What is your question, sir?
My question is aimed at Lassus. First of all, well, I've got two questions. It's a two-part question. The first one is, how long did it take you to get into professional gaming in Smite? And secondly, to the whole panel, what do you guys think the future of corporate sponsorship in Smite and games like that are?
Well, the second part of the question I won't be able to answer because it's just way out of my league. But the first question, how long did it take me? I'm not even in professional gaming yet. I mean, I played for a team, but we're not technically professional unless we're getting paid. And by winning a tournament, I don't know, like it was a small tournament. It's kind of cool. But I started out, and a few months in, actually, I actually played for Reason Gaming before this, and I guess maybe it took a little 4 months after the release of open beta. Or something. Do you guys remember when you could pre-order the game?
Right.
Yeah.
And then May 31st or whatever it was.
Yeah. Roughly around there. And I played, and then a few months later, someone asked me, and it was a gentleman by the name of Fixie actually, and we all got a team together. It was myself, Wolfie, and then Hero, and then Keydrill, and actually Matty Pocket too. And we all just formed together, and we just started playing, and we just were like, all right, well, I guess we're a team now, and then we started from there. And then I don't know how many more people know my past before that, but I don't really have a career in professional gaming. This is kind of my first go at it, my first swing, and same with streaming. I'm just a no-name man trying to grow. That's all. So just kick butt, own face, join the ranked queue, man. I hate to say it. I mean, a lot of people just base all that stupid crap off ranked queue, and a lot of people get picked up from that.
Sweet.
What was the second part of the question?
Well, basically, what is the corporate involvement in Smite, and what do we think it's going to be?
Basically, because I know, for example, in the UK, there is a reasonably large scene when it comes to, Europe itself, there is a reasonably large scene where companies, quite large companies, sponsor teams in relation to different things, for things like, for example, in a stream, product placement, stuff like that. Do you guys think that that's going to have a huge involvement in Smite, or not so much?
From the past, I haven't seen a lot of MOBAs get particularly companies backing them. It's, for instance, League of Legends. They have a very big Tencent company backing them. They're called Tencent. That's really, they get some partnerships here and there at the LAN events, but it's nothing that goes into their game or consistently provides them with any sort of hardware or money throughout. I think with a new game, companies are always looking to get into it. If it's a new game that's throwing interest, a company's going to look into it, but it's not. I don't think it's going to be a consistent thing. I think it'll be mainly LAN events or conventions, stuff like that.
Okay,
By the
cool.
way, just throwing this out there, League of
thank you very
Legends does have partnership with Alienware and Razer.
Mm-hmm.
So there are corporations that are involved.
So does that
It's
lock
just
Razer
not
out
a
of
huge
doing?
number.
Does that lock Razer out of doing anything with hi-rez?
No. I don't think so. I mean, I wouldn't know there would be contracts involved in that, and whether or not there's exclusivity requirement. But I mean, I don't know anything about that, so I wouldn't be able to get my hands on those contracts.
Well, obviously, but I mean, you don't think it would be likely that it's like, well, we're sponsoring League of Legends, we can't really do anything with Smite.
Honestly, it's possible. The one thing that League of Legends has done really, really well, Riot Games has done really, really well, I should say, is they've taken their market position and used it to bully out the competition. It's not. I mean, people are pretty familiar with the fact that if League of Legends isn't the main event at some events, it's not allowed to be there. They'll pull it out of that event. And so they've done a good job of bullying their market position, is how I'm going to describe it, and really getting to the top of the game. So it's possible that they have some kind of exclusivity. But again, I mean, I don't want to speculate without knowing more.
Yeah.
So.
Just as a point of interest, do you guys not think that, I know that I'm mentioning another game, and it's a Blizzard game, StarCraft, for example, is a massive esport game where there is massive corporate sponsorship involved. Do you guys not see something like that possibly happening?
Oh,
it could happen. As far as
Likely?
something like that, it'll be a little while.
Yeah.
Just because of how Blizzard, and they have a whole franchise and how they're just set up as a company, it would be something completely different.
Yeah, no, I realize that. I'm just saying that, you know, from that point of view, because obviously it's a more competitive game.
Sure.
In team play, for example, you don't see a lot of actual team games. Although you have in StarCraft and games like that, you have teams. It's actually a one-on-one sport, whereas
Right.
this is more competitive because you've got the team aspect.
Yeah, and this also brings another very kinky twist to it because you got to sponsor 5 people if you pick up a team. It's a whole lot more expensive to sponsor a team of 5 than it is to sponsor a team of 1. So it'd be better for bigger companies to get into it because, you know, that it also makes it harder to get it off the ground, I guess would be the best way of saying it. Like, if we can get Smite, if we can get them sponsors to get people to travel places, then we will have done the hardest part. Because then you'll get people going places, and that's great. Corporate investment, it really depends on the viewers. We need more base, we need more viewers, we need higher stream numbers. That's pretty much it. Once those start coming there, and then companies can start getting return on their investment, they will come. And that's simple as that. So, yep, we must go and do other things. Thank you for your call, sir.
Thank you for your calls, guys. And we are going to go ahead and set up the giveaway as soon as
yes,
you click on your thing.
I will click giveaway.
You will click on your thing.
Oh.
All right, the hashtag.
You have to be following the chat.
Yes.
I mean, following this channel, sorry.
Oh, sick! That's awesome.
Of course. No, well,
That
you know
is the
what?
hashtag. It
We'll
is
let
pound
moderators-
Sturmy's bacon.
Yeah, I haven't put it in yet. Don't type it yet.
All right.
How
Quick.
brutal.
Do it quickly. No. Just hashtag Sturmy's bacon.
Oh, we're
There
not
you
doing
go.
the real pound Sturmy's bacon?
No.
Aw. So this will be for 800 gems. 800 gems.
800 gems.
800
Pound
gems.
Sturmy's bacon.
Yes, pound Sturmy's bacon.
Oh god, everyone's pounding it. Don't do it, guys. No.
Oh, I love it. Wow.
Just remember, there's gonna be 400 people pounding Sturmy's bacon. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime, man.
Sturmy's, you're
Never-
a very cheap date.
Yep.
We'll put it
Yeah.
that way. Just bring bacon and you got Sturmy's.
Really, that's all.
It's Canadian bacon, not standard bacon.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you like to try bacon from other countries? I mean, if it's gonna,
I've had all,
Don't even get on this topic again. I swear to God.
Hey, I've had all the bacon.
all right,
restraint.
Yes, restraint. All right, I think we've had enough time to let that happen. I'll even let the moderators get in on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Except for you.
Yeah, except for me.
Roll the dice.
And then you got Keymaker, yellow shirt,
Zombie
sweatshirt.
1 2 3.
Zombie
wins.
1 2 3. You are the winner.
You are the winner.
The winner is Zombie. Now he has to
WinRAR.
type something. I think. Right.
Well, I mean, they did type pound Sturmy's bacon, so
Yeah. He did type pound Sturmy's bacon.
I would say that they are probably
Congratulations, sir. And he responds.
Yeah, he did message.
All right, great.
Oh, right. Cool, sweet. It's even got the little thing that says they messaged there instead of
Yeah,
having
yeah.
to read that
Yeah, of course.
flood
it
of
does.
crap.
And then you just write message. And,
Mhm.
and there
And
you
I'll
go.
take care of the rest of
Yeah. And you will get your thing in your chat. So not your chat. Yeah, you know what it is. All right. So thank you guys for joining us. This has been Beyond the Rift, brought to you by
Doesn't Cooper want to give something away?
BO Gaming. Does Cooper want to give something away?
I thought he was going to. Unless he's...
Do you want to give something away, Cooper? We have the chat here. They are on pins and needles.
Do you want to do something?
Do it.
I will.
All right.
Made of money.
We've got another giveaway for you, brought to you by Cooper with Smite Network.
Smite Network.
Smite Network.
Smite-network.com, right?
No, it's
Smitenetwork.com.
URL undecided yet. I have to.
URL
I have to get it up.
undecided.
Oh, URL undecided.
I just took
.com.
the beta site down, so.
Okay.
So just go to urlundecided.com and we're not responsible for anything that happens.
Yes. Pretty much.
Yep.
Alright, so here is the new. Right there, pound wub wub.
Pound
It's gonna
wub
be the-
wub.
That's
Wub
what I.
wub.
God. I I always
what?
say that in Mumble.
Oh, you always say that in Sturmy? In Mumble?
I see how it
Alright,
is.
well, it's Wub Wub. So, go ahead and put that in.
I'm getting trolled by them
I feel like I'm on hi-rez chat.
every minute.
Shit.
Free giveaway. Type this
Free
code.
giveaway. Pound wub wub. Or hashtag wub wub. But really, it's the pound key. You know.
So, let's see. How did it feel to get away from all those ganks on you yesterday on our scrim? I mean, there's so many
with like 2 HP?
Yeah.
Calculated all of it. No, not really. Just that, my
He's
heart was
actually that
racing.
smart.
My heart was
actually-
racing like, ah! Screaming and stuff, man.
Suddenly Roman range.
I was pretty upset with that one. Oh, hate those damn archers, man.
Oh man, like there's so many times where I'm like, I got Ulysses, and then you just get away, and I'm like, fuck.
Ah, you gotta love that.
But yeah, that's why I'm lucky, man. But you know, look out my spot once in a while, I like it.
Wait, so we did Wub Wub and not Lionheart's bald?
Is that
or not like Lionheart and Duke need to like...
I always know, I always get this, dude. Somebody will come into my channel and they'll be like, "Where'd your hair go, Lionheart? Oh my god!" I was like, dude, like, I'm never gonna wear hats anymore, dude, because people just are like shocked when I take off my hat, dude, and there's no hair.
It's a difference between like Lassie's kind of short hair and like polish it kind of short hair.
Dude, you gotta get the polish.
Like one day I'm just gonna get a wig, dude, and people aren't gonna recognize it. It's gonna be fucking hilarious, dude.
You should do that. That would be great.
It's gonna walk around with like a straight up, I don't know, dude, Leonardo DiCaprio haircut or something.
No, you gotta go with like a Sturmy's cut. The Sturmy's cut.
Yeah,
yeah. Go with the Sturmy's cut.
It's the Alakite. It's the Alakite.
Justin
Bieber
cut. Yeah.
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 Speaking of which, poor Bieber didn't make it today.
Nope.
Yeah,
Baby
I heard
Bieber
he's had
couldn't
a teenage girl epidemic going on, so he couldn't make it.
Yep.
Don't we remember those years?
Yes, I do.
Let's see. How long ago has it been since we were teenagers?
Oh, a while.
It's been more than a decade for me.
Yep.
Alright, so the winner is not a villain.
Not a villain.
Yes,
villain.
we got a good guy. Awesome. Unless he could be the villain trying to not be a villain, and that could be conspicuously.
Don't worry. Be happy.
If the steam cart starts coming out of my ears, do not worry.
Yes.
I will be okay. So we'll give the shout-outs real quick before we run off and let Lassus have his stream back. So I guess Lionheart, go first since
you're bald.
You know, you're bald.
Why do I always have to give a shout out for? All right. I'll just keep it simple and quick. Shout out to the Smite community, everybody watching, all the players, all the teams. Shout out to hi-rez Studios for doing good work. Keep doing good work. Keep investing in the game, and shout out to you guys for having me on the show. And shout out to not having hair.
Yes. I would love to shave my hair like yours, Lionheart, but my wife would kill me.
No, just do it. Just do it. It's so free. You
No,
don't understand. Like,
okay,
I go to bed
I don't think
and
you
I wake up in the morning and I look just as good.
I don't I don't think you understand the sharpness of the knife that my wife would stab me with. That's all. Sturmies, go ahead with your shout out, sir.
I'm gonna give a shout out to all my fans, I guess, because apparently I have quite a bit, because they randomly message me in game. I'm gonna shout out to Spray because he forced me to, or else he's gonna break my bacon.
Oh.
And then the best is also gonna get a shout out because he was carrying me all day yesterday with those scrims. And last shout out goes to Procar. That's my team.
Sweet. Thank you, sir. Cooper?
What do you got for us? Coop.
Oh, just
Coop.
Is somebody
All right.
talking to you again?
Go
I
for
get
it.
skipped over so much.
Dude.
Because you know what happens. You know it does.
No, you don't. Go.
So we'll ask the question. All right, Lizzie, what's your opinion? Yeah? Sturmy? Lionheart? All right, next caller. All right. All you guys in here in the Skype, it's awesome being a guest every week. Really is.
BL Gaming, awesome news site. Always first posts up the news. Laziz for streaming, keeping going with the stream every day. It's a really good stream, and he's making the quest for the subscribe button. So good luck in that. And everybody who watches his stream and BL Gaming every week, and all the new viewers, and just and hi-rez, of course. I mean, without them, we wouldn't have a game. So that's about it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And thank you guys for joining us.
We'll let
Beyond the Rift.
Yeah.
We'll let Lasis carry us out. So you can find us at Beyond the Rift. What?
You can't find us at Beyond the Rift.
You can Google Beyond the Rift and you find us.
This is true.
All right. So you can also go to blgaming.com. It's our website. Run it. Awesome Smite community. Check it out. We have guides. We have news. It's awesome.
Guides
And we have
terribly outdated.
well-formatted news.
Yeah.
Because when they just like throw down these patch notes, we
Yeah.
actually go through and make them look pretty so you can figure out what's going on.
Yes, please do come view the patch notes on our site, because when the paste bin goes out there, I spend at least 20 minutes making it look pretty.
Yep. It's
So,
awesome.
I
Way
appreciate
better.
it. I work hard for that.
Yes, you
so,
do.
Lassie, you get the last thing, since this is obviously your stream.
It is your stream.
thank
Carry
you,
us out,
guys.
sir.
Well, I always like to thank you two gentlemen, Mr. Rebel, Mr. DeamonMachine. You guys put on always a wonderful show. I appreciate you guys taking the time slot on my channel here while I was absent, and doing what you do. Help me on the quest for my subscribe button. I also, thank everybody, man. Everybody's been working hard for me. I just sit here and try and look drunk half the time. I don't know, and happy. So thank you guys, Lionheart. It's always a pleasure, man. You're my boy, Cooper. Likewise, man. You bought me those beers. I'll never forget. One day I'm gonna get you back. And I got to, man, or I'm gonna get punched in the face. Haley, I love you. You're the best. Thank you for supporting me too. I'll give you something, $50 maybe. See. And man, just everybody, man, keep the community growing, keep it clean. Try not to cause any shenanigans. It's just silly. And also, guys, hey, by the way, Demon, Rebel, whichever one, more than welcome to link your Twitch in my chat, whatever the case may be. I don't care how much you advertise. I told you guys this in the past. You can advertise as much as you want on my channel.
Great.
I care less. You guys do so much for the community, and you make those things so pretty. And I love shiny things, man. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Well,
I get excited.
I'm right there with you.
And like I said, just pleasure. Sturmies, by the way, pleasure, man. You can never kill me. Get better, I guess.
Ouch! Ouch!
That hurts.
Freedom, man. No, but you're a wonderful player, man. So.
He's like, don't start anything, Sturmies. You can never kill me.
I remember killing him at a tower because of some Roman ranged or something.
Hate those guys. Shout out to those, man. Freaking hi-rez. They do a wonderful job. They do work hard. Yeah, they may screw things up once in a while, but people don't realize how hard they actually work. Thank you again, guys. Pleasure always to be on here. Thank you again, everybody. Awesome. If I could buy everybody a free beer, I would.
That wouldn't be buying us a beer. That would just be giving us a free beer. Well, thank you, Les. We'll let you off on that note. Thank you all for joining us. Lassie will be on in just a second.
Yep, and you can find us every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
We're here. We need to go away. There we go. Thank you, guys.